Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. My name is James, and I run Freddie Fletcher Limited. We're a same-day courier company running across the UK. I do apologise, this video is a few days late, and that is because I'm poorly. I'm still a bit poorly, but not as bad as I've been for the last few days. That's what happens when you've got kids that are in school. As soon as they go back to school, they come home poorly, and they make you poorly. It's just the way it goes. Today, I want to celebrate because Freddie Fletcher Limited, our same day courier company, is 4 years old. We've absolutely been smashing it for the last 4 years, and that's what I want to talk about today. Our company. To say I'm proud of the company I've managed to grow over the last 4 years with the help of my wife and a few others would be an understatement. I am extremely proud of it, and it is going very well. Very well to the point that we're growing year on year. From 23 to 24 was a small period of growth, but it was growth. Only 3.4% income rise from the year before. But 24 to 25, we had some exponential growth. 47% increase on income for the company. Yes, our expenditure was also higher because we're subcontracting a lot of the work out, but it is still growth, it's still more income coming into the company. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. More income means more profit. We are in the very lucky situation where we managed to get customers very early on in starting the business. And that has meant since year one, we have been a 6-figure business. And that business has continued to grow year on year on year. To the point now where we are making a fairly large amount of money. And I'm very, very happy about that. And though we do have quite a large expenditure due to all the jobs being subcontracted out, we are still a profitable company, which is fantastic. After 4 years, we are managing to grow this business. And next year, well, the year we are at now is going to be bigger than ever. So, as I said, year on year, we have been progressing. And as this is now a new financial year, I wanted to see if this month, which we are nearly through, has been better than this month last year and the year before, for instance. And my gosh, it has. So our outstanding invoices are actually 135% up on the year before on the same credit terms for the same few customers. Are they busier? Yes. Are we charging slightly more? Yes, we have done a price increase, but not by that much. We are getting a lot more work coming through, and we are absolutely smashing it every single day at the minute. There's definitely more consistent work coming through, and as most of you know by now, for the last 7 weeks, I have been working from home, trying to build the business, trying to push the customers' work to the right drivers, but I've also been trying to work on getting some new customers. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't succeeded as of yet. I've had a few people come back to me and say they're going to consider it, but that is it. And they've not come back since. I've tried getting back in touch with them and I'm getting ghosted a little bit. But getting customers is one of the most difficult things you can do in this industry, especially if you're trying to charge a decent rate and pay drivers a decent rate, because everybody's after the cheapest price they can get at the moment. So if they're already getting a cheaper service, just because I'm offering a better service doesn't necessarily mean they're going to move. But that's where we are right now. The customers I've got, I am very happy with, they're very happy with me, and we work together very well as a team. And as I said, they are consistently pushing more and more work through my company, which is absolutely fantastic. Whilst I've been working at home, I've also been working on using the right subcontractors, using the right people. And due to my price increase to my customers and keeping the same rates for my regular drivers and using the CX when I need to, I have managed to push my percentage on the jobs from the 5-10% I was earning originally to between 10 and 30% on the jobs, which means that myself and the company are making a decent income on every job, whereas previously the only time I made income on the jobs really was when I was doing them myself. And it's not affecting the drivers. The drivers are still getting the money they're requesting. They're still getting the money that I'm offering, which has always been a good rate. So that's worked out well for my customer because they're getting better drivers. It's worked out well for me because we're getting a better income, and it's worked out exactly the same for the drivers because they're getting the income they desire. So I'd like to talk about the Courier Exchange now, because the Courier Exchange has obviously been part of my business over the last 4 years. I'm in no way promoting the CX, and I don't think anybody should jump onto that platform without doing extensive research. And still then, after you've done your research, really consider it, because there's a lot of people at the minute that are getting memberships and then a few months later severely regretting it. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is how it's helped me grow my business. So for the first 2 years, yes, I used it to get jobs. I used it to get backloads as well. And I didn't use it that often. So in the financial year between 23 and 24, I actually did 52 jobs, which only became 4.9% of the income of the company. So very, very little came from the platform. Last year I did 24 jobs, £4,200, and less than 2% of the income for the company came from me doing work off the platform. But a large percentage of the income does come from me subcontracting work onto the platform and giving it to other drivers. Yes, I do have the WhatsApp group, and a lot of drivers off there do take the work. But that still all gets put through the Courier Exchange, so I can keep an eye on it, keep them tracked, etc. Not that I don't trust them, it's just that I like to keep my customer updated, and it saves me having to phone them. And I don't have a system like that on my own at the minute, so I use their system. And yes, it is an expensive thing to pay a subscription on. As I've said in a previous video, if you actually figure it out per job, it costs very, very little. It works well for my business, but that doesn't mean it's going to work well for your business, because there's a good chance it won't, unless you already have customers of your own and you want to build your business and grow and put more work onto the platform so other drivers can cover on your behalf. Then consider it. If you just want to become a driver, I wouldn't consider it if I was you. That's just my opinion. Now, just a little side note while we're talking about platforms. Let's just move away from my company, Freddie Fletcher Limited, for a moment. Me and wifey over here have recently been discussing an idea of an alternative platform. One that is different to the others, one that actually solves the issues. I know there's people out there that are trying to build new platforms, new groups, etc. And there's people out there that overly fluff up the platforms and how well you can do on them. I'm not that sort of person. I think there's issues with the platforms, and I think there should be a platform out there, or these platforms that are already existing need to change and better themselves. For instance, I think there should be a better rating scheme for drivers and for shippers. I don't think it's as clear as positive and negative. I think there's too many in-betweens for it to just be so clear-cut. I think it should be like a 5-star rating system. Yes, if it goes absolutely fantastic, it's a 5-star. If it goes well, but they're lacking communication, maybe a 4-star. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's as clear-cut as positive, negative. I think there should be a lot better way of doing it. I want to know your guys' input. I want to know what you'd like to see different to the platforms that are already out there, like Courier Exchange, same day Courier Network, Courier Expert, and all the others. What would you change? What would you make better for drivers and for courier companies / shippers? What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments down below. And if you would like to see me make a video about my thoughts on what platform should be like, let me know and I may record it sometime soon. So to finish off, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to anybody that has helped do a delivery, helped give me advice or listen to my advice over the past 4 years whilst I've been growing this business. We have made over $500,000 in the last 4 years, actually well over $500,000. We've spent almost £300,000 on subcontracted drivers, and I see it only getting bigger and bigger every year from now. So watch this space to see this company grow to be absolutely massive. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye.